It was one of those scorching summer afternoons in Willow Creek. The kind where the sun just hangs there like it's got nowhere better to be, turning everything into a hazy dream, until it turned into a nightmare. My boy Jamal, all of 10 years old, was out in our driveway with his buddies Tyrone and Malik, laughing their heads off over cherry popsicles that were melting faster than they could lick them, debating if that last woody bite was genius or gross. I was inside sipping iced tea, watching him from the window, thinking, man, this is what summer's all about. Pure kid joy, right? When suddenly, this old lady from across the street bursts out her door like she's on a mission from hell. Beatrice Hardgrove, that's her name, though in my head I started calling her the Purple Pest because of that god-awful violet jogging suit she wore like armor. Marches over, finger jabbing the air like a dagger. You kids! What the hell are you doing here, sneaking around my yard? She snaps, her voice all sharp and quivering with fake fear. Jamal freezes mid-lick, his red shirt suddenly feeling like a target. Tyrone pipes up nervously, we're just eating popsicles, ma'am. But she cuts him off with a hiss. Don't lie to me. I've seen your type casing the place. And there it was, that ugly undercurrent, her eyes narrowing on their brown skin like it was evidence of some crime they hadn't even dreamed of. The boys' laughter dies, popsicles dripping forgotten, and I feel this chill despite the heat. This wasn't about chalk drawings or noise. This was something darker, rooted in her twisted view of the world after losing her husband, Harold, 6 months back or so, the neighbors whispered later. She whips out her phone, dialing 911 right there, her voice ramping up into this performative panic. Yes, operator, there are 3 suspicious boys right outside my house. They've stolen from my garden. I feel threatened. Send help now. Inventing a missing garden gnome, Reginald, this tacky ceramic thing Harold had cherished as his last quirky buy from some online catalog. Sirens wail in the distance, getting louder. By the time 2 cop cars screech up, 2 for 3 kids with sticky hands, blocking our driveway like we're in a standoff, my heart's pounding. Officer Reynolds, the senior guy with those mirrored shades hiding any humanity, goes straight to her, nodding as she rants about her priceless gnome vanishing while those boys lurked. His partner, Hayes, saunters over to the kids, all casual condescension. All right, fellas, let's chat about this gnome, and makes them empty their pockets, turning out lint, a couple bucks, a Lego piece, like they're mini master thieves. I step out, trying to keep cool. Officer, that's my son. They're just playing on our property. But Reynolds holds up a hand, grip tightening on his belt. Sir, step back. We're investigating a theft, his tone flat, procedural, ignoring the absurdity as Beatrice smirks, arms crossed, her grief-fueled paranoia now backed by badges. They take names, ages, jot them in a notebook, Jamal's full details for some report, and leave with a warning to play in the back, stay out of trouble, like being visible was the real offense. The boys are shell-shocked. Malik tearing up silently. Tyrone staring at his shoes. And Jamal looks at me with eyes that aged a decade. Dad, did we do something wrong? Crushing me because no, they hadn't. But her call, born from loneliness twisting into racism, and the cops' blind validation had planted fear where innocence should be. That night, Jamal thrashes in his sleep, yelling, I didn't take it. And I hold him, seething. This wasn't just a bad day. It was a scar. A file in some database that could haunt him forever. All because Beatrice's world shattered when Harold died, leaving her seeing threats in every shadow, especially ones that didn't look like her. Neighbors peeked through blinds but said nothing. Mr. Larson avoiding my wave like I was the problem. Community silence feeding her power trip, maybe tied to some old HOA grudge where she ruled the roost on standards. I couldn't let it stand. The rage built, but so did resolve. Talking to Mrs. Fletcher next door, lugging her mulch to break the ice, she spills. Beatrice was sweet once, but Harold's heart attack curdled her, turning deliveries into burglaries, kids into gangs. And yeah, our family's newness here, being the only black folks on the block, made us easy targets for her misplaced fury. Armed with that, I knock on the Singh's door, tech whizzes with cameras everywhere. Mr. Singh, sympathetic after watching the circus from his window, pulls up footage. Rewind to before the boys even stepped out. And there it is, a sneaky red fox trots in, sniffs Reginald, knocks him over, grabs his hat in its jaws, and drags the damn thing into the overgrown lot next door, bushes swallowing them whole. The boys appear 10 minutes later, never near her yard. Bam, proof, irrefutable, hilarious in its absurdity if it wasn't so infuriating. Heart racing, I bushwhack through thorns, scratching up my arms, and find Reginald, cracked and chipped under leaves, his painted grin mocking the chaos he'd caused. USB in pocket, gnome in hand, I march to the precinct, not storming, calculated, and lay it on Reynolds. Review this. It shows a fox, not kids. And here's the evidence. He shifts, uncomfortable, no shades to hide behind. We'll look into it, but hours later calls back, voice strained. The footage checks out, report expunged, apology from the department. They mention charging her for the false call, wasting resources on her delusion. But I hold off, wanting to face her first, make her see the wreckage. Back home, I wait in the driveway, broken Reginald cradled like a casualty. She peeks, then crosses over, looking frail in a plain dress, eyes widening at the sight. A fox took him, I say evenly. Video proves it. But you gave my boy nightmares, made him question his skin. She crumbles, tears real this time. Harold, it was his last gift. I was so lost. Her grief spilling out, but I push. Your pain doesn't justify terrorizing kids. I set the gnome at her feet, cracked like her story. Fix this or face charges. She stares, shattered, as I walk away. Victory bittersweet, her isolation clear, but justice demanded it. Next day, she shows at my door, shoebox in hand. I'm monstrous, no excuse, hands me an old silver pocket watch from Harold's collection for Jamal, inscribed, to find your way when others lose theirs. She starts counseling, confesses to cops. No sign goes up. Instead, she hosts us, apologizing to the boys over lemonade, giving them mini gnomes for kindness gardens. Jamal places his in hers, so you're not alone. Neighbors trickle in, apologies flowing. Mrs. Fletcher with pie, Larson admitting, I should have spoken up. Turning poison into tentative healing. But here's the thing, Jamal's laughs quieter now. He eyes the street warily, that innocence chipped like Reginald. Forgiveness mended some, but can you really erase a kid's first taste of bias? Or should we charge folks like her to force change? What do you think? Was mercy right, or does justice need teeth? Drop a comment, share your take on neighborhood wrongs. Hit like if you faced this crap. Subscribe for more real talk. Let's chat about making communities better, one story at a time.